लाइव ऑन
ट्रांसपेरेंसी
चिरा कापड़े म्यूट માંથી નીકળી ગયું क्या
Well, team, the wait is finally over. Just one technical issue.
Yes, Vinay. Hey. So you gonna bid on behalf of us, is it? Yeah.
So the wait is finally over, 59 years to be exact. On behalf of Annette and Elena, these ladies are good people. This property they sell with a lot of stories, and man, how good is the location? It is freehold. It's 814 square meters, more or less. It is lot 22, deposit of plan 7. Record of title that Team Fiona Lee, #1 in Blue Fern in West Auckland. These guys
So
know how to sell property. Now, conduct of auction, very, very simple. Just hold tight. I'm just letting some more people in. Conduct of auction, that's the rules of engagement. I will nominate the bids, may refuse a bid, and will temper any unlikely disputes. Vendor bidding is my exclusive right. The ladies have said, Aaron, stay out of the bidding. That's my preference. But if I place a vendor bid, it's well south of the reserve. Now, this home can be withdrawn from the market within a moment's notice without declaring that reserve, which has been set subject to being met. Well, the highest bid, I'm going to call you out by name. We're going to send you the contract, pay the deposit 1/10 and the balance in full on the conjoined possession and settlement date to which is stipulated in the contract being the 3rd of December 2021. I can confirm also, Fanny, thank you. I have a conditional offer in my hand that is favourable to our sellers. This is not smoke and mirror stuff. If we don't sell here today, then you will be in a multi-offer. But as we know, cash is the only currency. So that is all on hold at this point in time. Now, what I love about this property, it's been in the home, the family's been in the home for generations, but they're moving closer to be with family. A 1960s weatherboard standing loud and proud. I'll tell you, everything's close, and that fruit tree in the background, well, that's going to give you every vitamin C, vitamin D, getting every ray of sunshine. The home itself is massive. It's big and it is solid with properties that we absolutely trust. With that classic configuration inside, if you got a bit of design flair, there's plenty of upside to be had as well. But there's rooms and bedrooms for everybody, but it's all about the land holding in Atatu South. Good people, opportunity is knocking very hard here today. Where do we say go? Who's got a number? I'm in your hands. And the ladies are hoping for a little bit more than just silence too. Well, I know you have a registration. I don't want to have to pick up that conditional offer off the floor. Man, that fireplace is going to keep you roasty toasty in the winter months as well.
Yeah. Aaron, 1,080,000.
Okay, well, I'll take the 1,080,000 and then I'll put Fiona's 1-1 on top as well, okay? At 1-1, Philly bidded down now. At least your buyer had a go. They're in. At 1.1 million, at a bid now with Fiona. At 1-1, I bid it away for a little 25. Who goes next at $1.1 million? I'm chasing it down. I'm searching it down at 1-1, the money, the number. First call at 1.1 with Fiona's buyer. Twice at 1.1 freehold land.
Yep. 1.11.
25's the number, Will, sorry. Especially when I consider that conditional offer that we've already presented to the owners. Third and final call at $1.1 million. Fanny, what does your buyer want to do? Give me a smile. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Well, I'm going to take you 1110 to keep things moving at 1,110,000 with Will at 1110 at a bid. Fiona at 1120. I can see Ying Wing there in the Zoom at 1,110.
115.
115, thank you. At 1,150,50 at a bid now. Those smaller increments only encourage Fiona's buyer, Will, but at 1,150,000 in the pocket for hallowed walls. Man, these walls could tell a few secrets, I'm sure of that. At 1,150, but it's all about the zoning.
10,000.
Okay, 60. If they insist, but you watch Fiona come back at 1.2. At 1,160, do we go? I say 3 at 1,160,000 at a bid now, only 10% down today. I say 2 for one of the best backyards I've seen in a long
118 and
118.
oh yes.
Beauty. It's just there's a 2-second delay. So yep, got you there at 1,180,000. Thank you for Sarah. At 1,180 at a bid. Now, well, I'll take the 119 if your buyer is consistent with their strategy, but I'd get straight to the 1.2 myself. I can see.
Yep,
Well,
119.
okay, 119. Okay, well, that's a pattern that I've picked, and I'm going to take a 10 from them. But Fiona's going to trump that, I'm sure, at 1,190,000 at a bid now. 814 square meters.
1.2.
1.2, appreciate it. At 1.2, fairly bidded. Put 2 parties in at this point in time at $1.2 million at a bid now. I bid it away for another 10. You can ask for a smaller increment, but your efforts will be futile. Where you don't have to put up living in this, you don't have to put up with not living in this location. At 1.2 million, at a bid, we bid it away for another 10. Who's got a neighborly little 10, but at 1.2? Validates all the other properties that you've missed on. First call.
Aaron, other 10 on the top.
1,210,000. In comes my Pandromic bid at 1,210 at a bid. You'll hold a season ticket to playing hide and seek in that garden, Fiona, at 1,210,000.
1,220.
1,220 at 1,220 at a bid. At $1,220,000, where the silence of nature is very, very real in this location. At $1,220,000, fairly bidded. Zen-like feeling under that citrus tree at $1,220,000 at a bid now. First call at 1,220.
10,000 on the top, Aaron.
30, appreciate it. Walls back in front at 1,230,000. Now you start talking about 1.3.
40. Yeah. 40.
Be back with Fiona at 1,240. Cash at 1,240,000 at a bid now. Where people only have the simple taste in this neighborhood, they only want for the best. At 1,240,000 for the buffet of life at 1,240, fairly bidded down. Your own sanctuary here at 1,240,000, you will put up 1.25. I say E, I say R, and
250.
thank you, Will, at 1.25 at a bid. Now, Fiona, we can play these little 10s back and forth or get straight to 1.3. Try and put some distance on the field. Again,
260.
1,260. It's time to lean in on the altar of judgment at 1,260. I'm receptive to your advance, Will, but at 1,260 with Fiona, well, you can believe on a life yet to come here in Atatu South.
270.
1,270. Appreciate it. As do our sellers at 1,270,000. One decision away potentially, but at 1,270 at a bid now.
80.
80, rightio. there's sort of a rhythm here at 1,280,000, boiling away at 1,280. William, you can land on the 90, but we both know that Fiona's buyer will take that mantle at 1.3, but at 1,280,000 at a bid now. I sing it at 1,280. I call it
90.
90. Okay. As everyone knows at Harcourts, we just talk to the highest bidder if we don't meet the reserve. So right now, whatever happens,
1.3.
1.3, appreciate it, Fiona. Whatever happens, I'll be talking. We either meet the reserve with selling under our seller's instructions, or I just talk to the highest bidder, and it can be sold to them at 1.3, back with Fiona at 1,300,000. How's that conversation going on the phone with your buyer, Fanny? They want to have a little flurry, but at 1.3 at a bid now, with a location that brings madness. It brings order to the madness, that's for sure. At 1,300,000, I say first call at 1.3 million. Twice at 1,300,000 at a bid now.
5,000 more.
Oh, nice to have their entrance, Fanny, at 1,305. There's new competition, Fiona and Will. 1,305 with Fanny. Okay, well, understand that, Will. Appreciate their efforts. No ramifications if they change their mind, but at 1,350,000 at a bid now. For those lavish green lawns. At 1,305, where your imagination can run wild at 1,305.5 at a bit now.
5,000 on the top, Aaron.
10. Appreciate the advance to my protagonist at 1,310. Do we bid it away for another 5? Bid me back, get on track at 1,310.10. Well, Fanny's smiling, just another 5, Fanny, at 1,310. Or maybe there's a big knockout punch coming in. But at 1,310.10 at a bid. First call at 1,310. Second at $1,310,000. Third,
Okay.
final call,
5,000 more.
15 at 1,315. Okay. Well, we'll just meander along. That's what you get in this location too. People don't do stress around here. At 1,315.
5,000 more.
20 at 1,320. Making marginal gains at 1,320,000. Freehold land got the zoning, but you know that at 1,320.20 at a bid. In our native tongue, I say tahi rua toru. At $1,320,000 at a bid now, principally against Fanny, your buyer. Well, I can read into Fanny's body language here at 1,320, Fiona. I'm just going to pause the auction, get some instructions from our ladies. Your buyer's in front. Like I said, those instructions can change at any point in time. Hold tight, guys. Not here to elongate proceedings, that's for sure. But at 1,320, I'm just going to pause. Team, look, thank you for your patience. There are a lot of moving parts here, as you can appreciate. We're getting perilously close and not here to hold everyone up, but I'll be back to you very, very soon. Hold tight. Thank you. Rightio, team. So with that little delay, but that's okay, right? It's a life-changing event for one party. So what I can confirm, if Fiona, we'll just wait for the lovely Fiona to come back.
Aaron, give me a second. I'm just spell with Sheree at the moment.
Okay. And why Fiona's having that conversation, I'm just going to confirm that the highest bidder made an increase to 1330. And then Fanny, we've just had some breaking news. Your buyer is at 1,360,000, correct?
Yes.
Right. So just so everyone can absorb that, at 1,360,000 at a bid now, we are on the market and selling, but at that number, the settlement date has to be prior to Christmas. So any bid north of this number at 1,360 has to be prior to Christmas. At 1,360,000, we sell, we sell. Sometimes you just got to have a crack. But 1,360,000 with Team Fiona Lee once, and I sell at 1,360. Settlement prior to Christmas. Twice at 1,360,000.
Oh, and they're just having a husband and wife check.
I understand, Fee, and I will wait for your instructions. I also had the conversation with them 10 minutes ago. But I will wait. But I will just say third call, and I will wait for your instructions, Fiona. But at 1,360,000, Fanny, with you.
Think it's going to solve to this later, but not with your stem and tomb. Sorry, mate.
I say 3, I say 2, I say 1 at $1,360,000. It is going. It is going. Fiona, permission to sell.
And just having conversation because they can go more, but they can't accept the stem and tomb. But I told them.
I understand that, Fiona, and I had a lengthy conversation with them quarter of an hour ago about that very thing. So yes. To your buyer, Fanny, just hold tight.
Sorry, was it this year?
Yeah.
Okay, Fiona, I have to be fair to the highest bidder now at 1,360,000. We've given Shirag and his partner, they had a good genuine effort. They've had 20 minutes to absorb that information. So at 1,360,000, not a whisper, not a murmur, syllable, nor a sound at 1,360,000. It is going. It is going. It is sold. Well done, Fanny. Sold at $1,360,000. Good people. Thank you very much. Congratulations to Team Fiona Lee on another successful sale. Appreciate your efforts.